Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. First off, I just want to say I started doing this as a way to get comfortable on my microphone for my Storytime podcast, which is a true crime podcast. And then also for just like comedy and just getting comfortable like speaking on camera, speaking to an audience, not knowing the reaction. And I never would have thought that it would turn into something that I enjoyed and look forward to, like presenting the news on a weekly basis. And a lot of people actually are participating, and they message me and they ask me questions when I run into them at the store and stuff. And it's just really exciting. So thank you guys so much. It's just a fun thing to do. Let's get started. It's exciting week because there's so many freaking things going on to talk about. First, I want to talk about what the hell is going on with Joe Biden. Okay, I hate that this presidential campaign, Joe Biden, which is a joke to me, has been hiding in his house for a week and refusing to discuss what's going on. Like, what a freaking wimp, right? What a wimp. So I'll tell you guys what's going on, or what I've collected. Now, remember, I'm just a regular person. This is all just information that people have sent me that I've been able to research and just try and find anything out about. I'm not an expert. I have not all the answers. I can just tell you guys kind of what's going on. Okay, so first I'm going to start with the accusations against the Biden family, because they're the same things that the Democrats attempted to get Trump impeached for, which is just great to me, right? Okay, so Hunter Biden and Joe Biden's brother, Hunter's uncle, had a consulting firm that received a lot of money from foreign countries like Burisma, Ukraine, and China. We're talking like $3.5 billion for the consulting firm to invest in the United States. So the idea is that this is a shell company, right? It's not really a legitimate company, that Hunter and Joe's brother consulting firm or whatever. Okay, so the shell company was really just to buy access to the Obama administration. Here's my advice. Look up the Biden Money Network for a more informative explanation. I'm just one girl with the mic. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so, itchy nose. Okay, so that's going on. Pause, right? Hunter Biden dropped off 3 electronic devices, and I'm unsure if all of them were laptops, if some of them were just hard drives. I don't know. But the computer repair shop man was able to fix 2 of the items, and I believe those got picked up, and he needed more time for the final one. In fact, I think somebody had to run him up like a keyboard and some other stuff. So he eventually is able to fix it, and after... Hey! Rude. And after many attempts to get in touch with Hunter Biden, he got no response. And that means that it became the property of the computer repair shop owner. Now, this is pretty common. They sign a contract, and Hunter Biden did sign a contract, and it said that he had 90 days, okay, or it was forfeited over. So the man gave him way more than 90 days. He gave him 5 months. After 5 months, he made copies that he had his friends hold on to just in case something happened to him due to the nature of the contents on the hard drive. Then the FBI got hold of the original hard drive, and they had hold of this for a while and were just sitting on this information, people say. But, I mean, it's the FBI. There's got to be an investigation, and this is like of a really powerful family. So I don't think it's a super easy investigation to crack, right? Whatever. Moving on. So this computer shop guy also started reaching out to Republicans in power, which I just think is so, I don't know. I just think that it's funny. Okay, so Trump's attorney is one of the Republicans that he reached out to. He used to be the mayor of New York during 9/11, and he's one of the men who is actually speaking out and exposing what is on the what was on the laptop. And so basically all we really know is what people are saying and corroborating. But I think he basically threatened to start actually putting out the information in the next like 24 to 36 hours. I can't wait to see. Okay. Here's what's on the hard drive. On the hard drive are, for one, emails that are emails that are corroborating Biden's introduction to the men paying the shell companies, as in introducing them to his father, Joe Biden, while he was under the Obama administration. Okay, then there's also recorded financial splits from these countries to this shell company, specifically going to Joe Biden, his son, their family, okay? And we're talking about billions of dollars. Plus, there's additional administration type fees, really high ones for these other countries to pay to the shell company for access to the Obama administration. They're selling out. They're selling out, y'all. Okay. Secondly, they found 25,000 sexually explicit and pornographic photos. Plus, let's just get one thing straight, though. Hunter Biden is an adult. Whatever, okay? There's a lot of partying, a lot of drugs, crack cocaine, snorting coke off hookers, stuff like that. Now, a big part of the story is not only was there a lot of partying and legal pornography, I'm sure, supposedly there's a crap ton of child pornography. I mean, we're talking about Hunter Biden beating, molesting, sodomizing, and degrading girls in China. Now, on a side note, the conspiracy about this would be that the countries allow and almost encourage or require lewd behavior for blackmail. I'm going to say this is probably similar to the Ghislaine Maxwell and Epstein, where they get these people, give them what they need, money, power, whatever, and then they get them to participate in this lewd activity, and then they hold it over them, right? So basically, the belief is that the Democratic Party is completely at the mercy and has sold out to these countries. And it's believed that the leaders are the only ones who gained the money that was to be invested in the United States. It's always just a front. Shell companies, fake investments, whatever. Okay. And so the only people who really benefited were the Democrats in control. Okay. So now, here's the big issue for everybody else people like us, regular people who obviously don't have access to the truth, right? We're dependent on the media and what's going on. So this is the most insane part to me. So the New York Post, which is a conservative paper, they published the article about it, about the whole Hunter Biden laptop scandal stuff, right? And they even included pictures that were off Hunter Biden's laptop. Now, nothing too lewd or groundbreaking or anything. But they said that they couldn't post anything else because it was so lewd. Now, come on. We all know. I get it. Nothing's confirmed, right? Nothing's proof. But here's what's crazy is one of the only recognized and reputable news outlets besides Fox is the New York Post. And Facebook and Twitter decided it did not need to be shared because it wasn't verified information. Do you know how much unverified information is on Facebook? This is unverified information. What you're watching is unverified information. I've got recipes that said to rub dog shit on my feet for athlete's foot on Facebook. Okay, verify that. All right. So this is where the issue of censorship that we keep seeing is coming in. I am terrified that the Democratic Party has now used fear and censorship. That just speaks volumes to me. Okay, they want to raise taxes, cut tax breaks in the oil and field industry for a more natural energy plan that will literally crash the economy. Okay, and this scandal hit, and Democrats are still like, early voting ballot. Oh, he ain't grabbing my pussy. No, we're done with Trump. And I'm like, I don't like fracking. I hate the environment being damaged and tarnished. All I'm saying about that, though, is the Democrats' plan, I think, would literally crash the economy. I'm sorry. I know people are going to be like, Haley's an idiot, but whatever. So clearly biased and unreporting news outlets are Washington Post, New York Times, CNN, MSNBC. Done with them. Unless it's celebrity news, I ain't looking. Okay, so in other news, moving on from politics, as we saw in the Tiger King documentary, the people have continued to stoop to all new lows. And I know this seems impossible, especially after Carol Baskin's pathetic display of dancing on Dancing with the Stars. But Jeff and Lauren Lowe have stooped to an all new low. And they actually are doing, they already recorded and will be releasing, I think it's on the 28th, a paranormal episode of the Wynnewood Zoo, Joe Exotic's old property. And I think this is just the most pathetic thing ever for money. I hate when people do this. Another thing I'm seeing that's really just totally out of nowhere and mind-boggling to me is a lot of support for the release of Bill Cosby. I'm telling y'all one thing. The same people are supporting Bill Cosby being innocent and getting out of prison are the same people who are supporting the flat earth theory, and we're probably on the jury for Casey Anthony. Get the heck out of here. I don't even have time for that, okay? Also, okay, remember the big thing about the Cuties film on Netflix? That movie is still on Netflix. That's terrifying to me, okay? They can't find a way to answer the Biden laptop images because they're too lewd to show the public. But we can watch soft child porn on Netflix. This is sick. Anybody who you guys see on their Netflix thing is recreationally watching Cuties, call the police. Okay. With Halloween just around the corner, you have to watch the show Ratchet. It's one of my new favorite shows. I've already watched it twice. And because everyone knows I love creepy stuff and I love Halloween, I wanted to just give you guys a quick list of the things that I'm going to be watching. So I'm watching Misery, which is a Stephen King classic about the woman who kidnaps her favorite writer because she does not want him to kill off the character. Of course, my favorite movie is The Shining. That's my favorite Halloween movie or, horror film. Okay, and then we have Silence of the Lambs and all the sequels. Highly recommend for Halloween. And then my favorite, which is an old, to me, it's a classic. It didn't really take off and not a lot of people have seen it, but it's called Hide and Seek. It is a 90s movie about a pregnant woman who's kidnapped by this delusional couple so that they can steal her baby. And then, of course, I know Labyrinth with David Bowie isn't a Halloween movie, but you cannot beat the cast and costumes. It's very, very perfect for this time of year. And then Hocus Pocus is just going to be on repeat in my house anytime those other scary movies are not playing. Now, an especially brave one, though, to watch is House of a Thousand Corpses. And I am going to watch it this year. I haven't watched it in years. It scares the shit out of me. This is the year. Let me know what you guys are watching and what your favorite Halloween stuff to binge is. Is it Disney stuff? Is it like Halloween Town? I mean, I do that stuff. I do it for the kids, though. You know what I'm saying? Now, also, this is the time of year for me to push my true crime podcast. I'm sorry, I'm going to do it. 'Tis the season to binge stuff, so I highly recommend checking out. I am a true crime fan girl, so I promise you guys, I'm bringing all my favorite stories, all the crazy things that I can find about them, where they are now, every little loophole, whatever. And Monday, I dropped the Lorenzen Wright story. This week is Lorenzen Wives' ex-co-defendant, Billy Ray Turner's turn to go on trial. It starts in 5 days, October 26th. I cannot wait to see what happens. Definitely catch up on the episode that I did on Monday. It is about Lorenzen Wright, and this is going to be a crazy trial with greed, lust, betrayal. Definitely catch up with that podcast on, what has happened to date with that case. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know what you guys think about all the stuff going on with Joe Biden. Do you think Hunter Biden and the conspiracy about Democrats and their lewd behavior with children as blackmail, and that they're totally, the freaking other countries got them by the balls, they sold out, or what? What? Let me know. All right. Bye.